Do you have hidden beliefs that are interfering with your ability to learn to permanently manage your anger? Well, it's quite possible that you do, and I'd like to talk with you a little bit about that today. Recently, I was reading some really fascinating research that indicates that 50% of all the people that seek counseling or psychotherapy cite their concerns about their anger as the main driving consideration in their looking for some help. And they cite learning to manage their anger as their most important goal. But something very sad and very fascinating happens. What happens is that anger management becomes a focus of treatment less than 5% of the time. So that's a fascinating thing to consider, and I've got lots of thoughts and feelings about what I think might be going on. But today, I'd like to share with you one of them. And what that is something that I've observed over the last 16 years. As you might know, I've literally worked with thousands of women and men and helped them overcome their anger. And I've seen a lot of people be very successful in doing that. And unfortunately, I've also seen some people fail in their efforts. And the people that fail often have what I call blocking beliefs. And I want to talk a little bit about that too, just to give you an opportunity to reflect on whether or not you hold some of these beliefs that could interfere with you learning to manage your anger. So, what's a blocking belief? A blocking belief is a belief that's usually held um, just outside of conscious awareness. It's a habitual, automatic belief that you may not know that you have, and it's usually a belief that you learned very early on in life. It's a belief about yourself, it's a belief about your relationships, it's a belief about what you can expect from other people. And the first most common belief, blocking belief that I come across is the belief that it is not safe for you to admit that you have an anger problem, that it could actually be dangerous for you to admit. And if you think about that, that's actually a very sad belief. Many of the women and men that I've come across that do think like that, they grew up in families where really the only comfort that they had was their denial, their ability to push problems out of their conscious awareness in order to make themselves feel comfortable and connected and feel safe to the people that they loved. There is a second belief that's also very common, and it's a belief that's based on a kind of hopelessness, and it's the belief that you will never get over your anger problem. And I'm here to flat out directly tell you that that is not true. I've seen many people actually that believed that, started out believing that, then go on to permanently learn to manage their anger, and their anger is not a problem anymore. So if that's the case for you, one thing that you might do if you think you might hold this belief is just start asking people. Start asking your friends and family. You'll find that there's no shortage of problematic anger on this planet. If you look around, there's a lot of people who are struggling with their anger, and many of them know it. And many of them have actually made positive changes with their anger. And you can too if you give it the time, the attention, and the effort. You can learn to manage your anger, and you can learn to heal its roots. Another common blocking belief that you might have is the belief that if you talk about your problem, that something very bad is going to happen. So you might believe that deep inside, I'm talking about, there might be part of you that believes that you're going to be criticized and judged. You might be attacked by other people. You will feel bad or worse about yourself. Other people will put you down. So I encourage you to just reflect on that belief that something bad is going to happen if you talk about your anger problem. Another common blocking belief, again, this is one that I hear every day in my practice, is the belief that if you solve your anger problem, if you fix it, then something bad will happen. And you might have the fear that you'll be a doormat, that people will take advantage of you, that you won't be respected, that you'll be powerless somehow in relationships. Or you might just believe that you'll be overcome by bad feelings, that shame, fear, guilt, embarrassment will just take over you if you reduce your anger. So I want to finish our time today by talking about the next belief, the next blocking belief that could get in your way. And very simply, this is blame. It's the belief that your anger problem is not actually your problem. It's someone else's. So I don't know that I need to say much more about that, but what I mean by that is that you might actually believe that your anger, that someone else is responsible for your anger. And if that's the case, you can see how you'd be basically sitting around waiting and for conditions to be right in order for you to feel calm and clear and happy. So thanks for watching this. I'll be back with a few more blocking beliefs that I'd like to share with you. And I'm doing this in the hopes that it will be helpful for you, that you'll be able to become the person that you want to be. A person who is in control of your anger and who says and does things that make you feel proud of who you are. So thanks so much. Feel free to contact me if I can help you.